She was diagnosed with schizophrenia in 1982 when she was 29 years old. Before she was diagnosed, she talked to herself a lot. She thought she was commanding from heaven, and she thought that she had a special power from heaven. If someone got on her nerves, she would chant things. She would also walk forward and back again like she had to redo what she had started. Her hygiene started to drop, and she started to act kind of depressed. She had a notepad that she wrote notes in that she always had to have. I saw it one day and it was complete gibberish, like it was supposed to be words what it wasn't. She also collected rocks. Before she was diagnosed, I thought what she was saying was real, like she was wanted in heaven and people wanted her. I remember asking her one day if I could go to heaven with her. When she was diagnosed, we kept going to the ER because she felt weird, and that is where she felt safe. She didn't even see a doctor while she was there. I think a friend from church saw what was wrong and referred her to a doctor. Friends from my church kept telling me that she was sick in the head, and I was scared because I thought she wasn't going to be able to take care of me anymore. After she was diagnosed, it went downhill. Luckily, our landlord died and we had to move in with my grandma, who took care of me. She didn't believe me about my mom until we moved in and she saw the signs. The court mandated my mom couldn't live with us anymore, and so she became homeless for about 6 months. We left church soon after her diagnosis, where she took me back home, and we lived for another 6 months to a year until we moved in with my grandma. I didn't tell any of my friends about it, and I said we moved because of our landlord. I felt embarrassed about it, and I didn't want to be different than anyone else. I told my close friends, and they felt sorry for me, which I didn't like. Yes, there were a lot of people that felt sorry for us. There were also a lot that were worried that I would get schizophrenia. My college professors, amongst others, watched for signs to see if I was developing it. When I tell them, people assume that she can't live a normal life and you can't have a conversation with her. She did hear voices because she started meds, but she still functioned. She still paid bills and took care of me. I think that's what grounded her, having to take care of a child. A lot of people feel sorry for you, and they label you as abnormal, even though you can't define normal. I always felt like people thought I was different because I didn't know anyone living with the same situation. She has a stigma with me, and she isn't very open to talking about it. She knows she has a problem, but she blames it on different things. Her medication doubles as Parkinson's medication, so she tells me she's taking Parkinson's meds, not schizophrenia meds. She will tell me things like, I feel good today, or I don't feel good today, but I think she doesn't tell me much because she doesn't want me to be worried. I'm surprised she's as healthy as she is, because she smoked, had cancer, and doesn't eat healthily. Plus, people with mental illnesses have a shorter lifespan. Her hygiene still lacks, though. For example, she barely brushes her teeth, doesn't brush her hair, and wears clothes that are too tight. She also has a lack of understanding of reality. For example, I have a husband and 4 kids, but she will send us Christmas presents that are $1 and a teddy bear. She thinks she's accomplished sending us presents, but it isn't things that we can use. You can have a relatively normal conversation on the phone, but she doesn't comprehend a lot of things, like technology. I think she's still stuck in the 80s when she got diagnosed. She always been dependent on others and relied on others. She needs consistency, kind of like a child. She needs to know what to expect, and things need to be the same every single day, otherwise it will affect her. I was, but not anymore. Being educated and experienced in life, there are so many people that have similar or as bad situations. It makes me feel different and feel special too, because I have gone through this situation and I am still a normal person in society. I feel achieved. When I was little, I was reluctant to share, but I don't feel that as an adult. It makes me who I am, and I am still able to thrive in society. She takes medication, and she said she's gone to counseling, but I think it was just a psychiatrist who got her medication because it's more of a chemical thing. I think they wrote her off because of her diagnosis, because you're stuck with it once you have it. There isn't much help you can get, like hospitalization. I think she did shock therapy when she was in high school before I was born. She used to take drugs, but she abused them, and I think that's what triggered her schizophrenia. This was when she was in late high school. I would like to give a special thank you to Mrs. Gonzalez for sharing her personal story. I hope this has educated you some more about schizophrenia and has changed your views on schizophrenia and the stigma against it. Thank you.